Good Morning Cybertron is a podcast intended for adults and is not suitable for those under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi, it's James Roberts here from IDW, and you're listening to Good Morning Cybertron because you've got too much time on your hands.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, Cybertron!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of Good Morning Cybertron. I am your host, Scott. I lived. I've survived one of the most painful weeks of my life, and I'm a little surprised that I did. I feel like I've gotten some sort of brain damage out of it. I can't type as well as I used to, and I keep calling my wife George. But other than that, I feel pretty good. By God, we got a special guest here. We got Tef. Wait, Tef's in the chat too. Fuck.
That's a copy of me.
God damn. That's how he's able to do the reviews in English and French. English Tef is with us. French Tef is in the chat.
And he's typing strange shit like "je suis ne suis pas."
There it is. Bonjour. Speaking that weird Moon Man language. Oh, my God. All the way from Alabama, it's Kyle. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great.
I can
just
hear
started selling that pizza yesterday.
I can hear it in your voice that you're just happy and elated.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Can you?
I can. I talked to my boss's kids about you today, Thomas.
Oh, you did? Be careful of that guy.
Yeah, I did. We were reading I was teaching the one young girl, Arcadia, who's actually my boss's niece. But I was helping her with her online cyber school, and we were reading about a marine biologist. And so I told them about you. And then I showed them a picture of you from your Facebook thing, where your beard is like all the way down to your belt line. And
Oh, yeah.
and the question, Arcadia has a question for you. How do you get the wetsuit on with a beard that big?
Well, it's not a part of your chest.
Okay.
It's
It's a part
detachable.
of yeah,
Yeah.
you can actually have a beard and wear a mask.
Yeah.
You can.
Okay, I'll let her
In
know
a
that.
wetsuit.
I'll let her know that.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not. It's it's not like it's attached to your body. It's attached to your face. Come on.
Here's another thing. His foster son Bryce would like to tell you that your voice does not match your face. So.
Well, it does. Well, I also happen to agree with that.
And all the way from sunny California, very near what used to be a haunted Toys R Us and is now, I think, a parking lot. It's Xavier. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Thomas, the image of Thomas in a wetsuit. You know what, Scott? Happy Valentine's Day to us all.
It's a giant. You know what? The beard, whenever the wind catches the beard just right, it blows it away from the front of his crotch. Massive moose knuckle. Massive.
You'll actually find a lot of people that die actually often do have beards. It's weird.
And he's still talking about it. God,
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
hot and
He's
bothered.
talking about, like, I'm trying to compliment his penis size, and he's going like, I've got a large beard. Okay, Thomas.
Yeah.
Priorities.
Yeah,
Yeah, but what about my beard?
Yeah.
As he's not even stroking it right now.
No, it's not. And it's a shame. Dwayne Marsh over in the chat says, good morning. Tef is up here. Hey, Crossbones Koopa says hi, and Tef says bonjour. Belucius, how you doing, buddy? He says, morning all. How do? Dwayne Marsh says, hey, Tef, thank you for diverting me from buying a bot or two I ended up not wanting. So Tef has done his job. And he said, Dwayne Marsh says, the little animal combiners. And Tuff loves those.
Yeah, the Predaking one. I freaking love that one. It's pretty cool.
Oh. Holson, hello. Holson says, every suit can be a wetsuit if you go swimming. This is true. My God, Toy.Run has been blowing the fuck up. There has been so many posts in the last week. It's a little frightening. What do we have over at Toy.Run? We have shampoo bottle plastic Tobots. Ooh. We have. Oh, go ahead, Xavier.
Tobots can be fun. Which Tobots we talking about?
I think it's the Doofy tank and the Doofy plane.
I want those.
Doof plane.
Yeah, the Doof bots. And then Tool Assembler Builder Bots Combiners. This weird looking Ultra Magnus-y dude who's kind of like part Ultra Magnus, part Defensor.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a nozzle foot.
Yeah, got the nozzle foot. I had that. That was, you can get it in Ultra Magnus or just plain Optimus. Right here, non-transforming bumblebees, Tacticon Bumblebee, these weird little insect bots, more Glory Alliance. I've got a few Glory Alliance toys. I fucking love Glory Alliance. But I'll tell you what, if you want to find some stuff that just, you know, is going to take you a little bit of a search, but just really cool stuff, Toy.Run is a great place to start. I fucking love Toy.Run. And you know what? It's bound to take Twitter's place because that place is a fucking cesspool. It's bad. It's really fucking bad.
I would love to get some shit if the tariffs weren't so gosh darn bad.
You know what? Go ahead, Thomas.
Twitter is a sentient tire fire. Yeah.
So far, I have not heard from any of my friends, and I've got some friends who do a fairly decent ordering on AliExpress. I have not heard of anybody getting hit by tariffs outside of the internet.
I am not entirely sure what happened. I know a bunch of shit got sued, and I don't know who's suing who, but the word sued was being thrown around a lot. So waiting to see where that lands on how that affects us. But yeah, there was a lot of like, oh, so-and-so got sued, so this is on pause. And I was like, it's on pause? What's on pause? You need to say what's on pause. And it's just like, they say an agency, and I'm like, I have no earthly idea what you're talking about. Man. So if I could just like wade through 900 ads on like dailymailexpress.co.uk or something, someone outside the US talking about us, this is like, yo, this shit's fucked up. Check out what's burning now. I could probably figure out what's going on.
Oh my God. It's a mess. It's a mess. That's all I got to say. Something ain't a mess though. We got our first look and then several sequential looks at HasLab Leo Kaiser. Do you say Leo Kaiser? Do you say Leo Kaiser?
I say Kaiser, just like the Germans.
Yeah, Lion Kaiser.
It's like the bread.
Mm-hmm.
He got a sectional staff. He got a sectional staff.
He may have a sectional staff. We have to get there.
Cool. Yeah, so there's part of your problem, Xavier.
Yeah.
What, that I wasn't raped like clown?
By
Say
Hasbro
that, Xavier.
into thinking you're going to get Death Cobra and the big staff.
Oh, I
or
think we're
not, you have to back it enough.
I think we're gonna get it. I mean, last time I checked, we were just a little bit under halfway there. Let's see.
When is it supposed to be shipping if he attains the goal?
I assume this will just pass muster like everything else Transformers related has, just because Leo Kaiser as an official release hasn't been seen since like 2017 when he was some sort of weird
Skylinks thing.
Yeah,
how big are these individuals?
Pardon me, what?
How big are these individual bots supposed to be?
I think they're kind of like
deluxe,
big deluxe, small Voyager.
Don't really get to conform to anything really interesting just because it's like as a HasLab, they don't play by the rules. I mean, Unicron, fucking Deathsaurus, none of that shit fits any scale.
Yeah, it says here, separates into 6 Voyager scale 5.5-inch converting chest force figures.
Okay, let me do the math real quick.
Chest force. Don't. If I'm
6
paying
times
premium
6.
on a website, doesn't that sound kind of like a porn deal? You can use the word breast.
I think I saw a comparison with him, Lightweiser, and the Devastator one. They were like pretty much the same height.
Yeah.
So like, because 36 is a Voyager, 636 is 216. That's not $400.
Well, neither is this.
$300.
Neither is this. This is 300. Don't forget, you're getting the 7th Voyager as well. If it
unlocks.
That's an if it unlocks.
Yeah.
Are they gonna refund me $36 when it doesn't?
Well, how much is it? It's going to.
Kyle, they hate you. Of course not. They're keeping your money.
You know, people who say this thing isn't going to fund, people who are saying they're out of their mind. Everything else, every last Transformers HasLab, not only has it not funded, it's funded well.
Yeah. Now the real thing, who's gonna be the bonus fig that doesn't conform to any sort of standard with these guys? My bet is Headmaster Spike.
Shit.
I'm hoping this will not factor in if I buy it or not. I'm pretty on the fence right now. If I've got $300 in 40 days, and I've got at least Death Cobra, maybe.
I just want Death Cobra. The other ones,
I'm kind of with Tef on this.
I like the whole thing though, but it's like, Kyle, if you do maybe $10 a day, you're well within your rights to get this, like, you know, reserved for you. 40 days is plenty of time.
But I get paid at two
No,
different points
maybe?
of the month.
Okay.
You don't understand how my pay schedule works, mate.
Dude, just give the old guy across the street a hand job every day.
Set aside every day. Yeah. There you go. Just double up your night walks. Go for very enthusiastic walks.
One $10 hand job every day, and this could be yours. Or
I've been telling my friends for years that we should like just gather up and just rob banks to finance our Transformer addictions.
Optimus Prime already tried that. Don't you remember?
That's a little extreme.
Yeah, that seems about right.
You know, you
remember when Optimus already robbed a bank?
Maybe get a side job. It's
as a robber.
Mow lawns.
As a robber.
I already have 2 jobs. I can probably make, if I save my fucking tips from Pizza Hut for like, okay, it's not gonna be like 3 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, 40 days.
Do you make good enough tips from the pizza job though? Is this like you get daily payouts, or do you get like once every paycheck?
For tips you get it like the day you get it. So
throw that shit.
I
in the
might
jar.
have the money, but
There you
I
go.
need it to come with Death Cobra before I put any money into it.
Well, the good news is you can,
and it probably will.
You could wait until the very last minute, because you know how it goes. They will keep this pre-order open till
midnight.
They'll update you every second. Go, good news. Here's the stretch goals. Good news. We've 300% funded this. You'll find out probably like a week from now that this sucker is going to come with Death Cobra. I guarantee by the next GMC.
I don't recall any episodes of Victory, but did the cartoon have like the combining thing with the Death Cobra on the shoulder has a cannon?
No, that's brand spanking new. Death Cobra just showed up, went, I'm taking your place, and then
and then get his ass kicked.
And then
and I got shot.
Yeah, the fucking guy who was a loser murdered him straight up. And I was like, okay. Guess
I
I'll
don't
keep
think
this
no,
a
that
secret.
murdered him. I think he got
That
him murdered.
is.
Everybody talked at once, and then nobody talked at all. Welcome to Good Morning
during
Cybertron.
podcast.
Oh my god! Yeah, Death Cobra just died.
What? You're not fucking mesmerized by that sexual staff? My God.
Yo, I'm fucking. I'm fucking mesmerized by that sectional staff like nobody's goddamn business.
Whoever
baby.
got the idea of that stuff was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
They are also huge Street Fighter fans. Look at that. They got Chun-Li's bracelets on there.
Ooh. A fucking stand.
Yeah, I'm really sick of stretch goals, including Stan.
No, you know what? Here's the thing. Fine. If the only thing, like, I'd rather this be the last stretch goal than the first one. Because, I mean, common sense actually says the stretch goal should be reversed. It should be the stand first, the nunchucks, and then the entirely new toy. Right?
I think they've done that. Didn't they do that for one of them? And it, like, I think it was the Sky Striker from G.I. Joe. They had brand new toys at the end.
Yeah.
And they didn't get them, so then now they started to
Riot.
reverse it.
Oh my god, the entire fucking G.I. Joe fandom looks like Philadelphia. It didn't matter whether it was going to win, if the Eagles won or lost. It was always going to be horrible. But
I just hope that the combiner doesn't require the stand.
Oh, Scott, you poor bastard. I forgot how native you are to Philadelphia. If you looked out your window right now, can you still see the tire fire from their Super Bowl victory?
No, it's burned down now. It was like it was really hot. You could close your eyes and still see it.
Oh,
Scott,
burning like a
burning
like a magnesium fire.
Yeah.
What does that analogy have to do with G.I. Joe fans?
Well, just the entire state of G.I. Joe right now is like a fucking city
Because
burning.
Eagles, G.I. Joe.
What are you talking about?
God damn it.
There you
I'm
go,
talking
Philadelphia.
about you can't really go into a store and get the amount of toys for G.I. Joe or the fandom reaction or the movies that you can for shit like Transformers or Star
That's
Wars.
because like the sensibilities changed.
Yeah.
We're not fighting Russia anymore, and terrorists are too real.
Are you saying the next G.I. Joes are going to try to overthrow the U.S. government?
No, they should try to do Adventure Team again, but they're not gonna.
Saw that giant ass Cobra trooper at Park today, and he had all the guns.
Which one was that?
That fucker. It's that like original Action Man size version of the Cobra Trooper that's like 6 inches tall instead of 3 inches, and he's got the M16 and the bayonet knife and the pistol with the silencer on it. And I was like, God damn, this belongs in the ammo section.
What the fuck wrong is with Kill Bison?
The fuck wrong is with Killbot? What the fuck?
The fucking tank mode.
Maybe you did get brain damage.
It looks like somebody put an orange brick down and it has 2 guns on it. It's
it just looks like he's in leg mode.
Oh, that's
$300.
I mean, that's just honestly what he's always.
You know those
like.
GoBots that's just the car, and then you just stand it up, and it's the robot mode.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Speaking of San Francisco, Scott, years ago when I went to Chinatown, and you got this guy,
yeah,
that's exactly what he looked like. He looked like this.
Man, we're never gonna get a rescue force now. That's a little sad. Going over to
just buy the Combiner Wars one.
Yeah, that's true.
It's gonna be cheap as shit now.
Going over to the chat, Crossbones Koopa says, I would do Optimus Prime. My AI decide to pull a copy right now. Dwayne Marsh says, I'd have to go back through my history. Crossbones says, love Glory Alliance. Dwayne Marsh says, took me about 20 minutes to decide on Lio Kaiser. It took me about 10 hours. Took me about 10 hours to decide on Lio Kaiser. Dwayne also said, there's enough Victory fans. I don't care about Tier 3. Crossbone says, what works good for panting? I got a second series. Oh, what works good for painting? I got a second Studio Series Bumblebee Soundwave, and I want to paint the blue to black for Sound Blaster. Myself, whenever I paint, I find that really thin layers of cheap apple barrel paint from Walmart, then sealed with a layer or 2 of Krylon Matte Clear. Works very, very well. Crossbones Scoop also says, just stick the Transformers in your pants and leave. Good idea for toys, bad idea for electricians. Holson85 says, give hand jobs, get money, and exercise. Win-win. Cybertron Retro Radio says, hi, Cybertron Retro Radio. Dwayne Marsh says, Hellbat accidentally got lucky with the shot that killed Death Cobra. And Technical Jim says, 5.5 is a tall deluxe, similar to a Siege Ironhide. I know it's a tall deluxe, Technical Jim, but by God, Hasbro's trying to sell us. If you look on the page, they're calling them Voyagers. Cybertron Retro Radio says, you guys talking HasLab? We are indeed. Dewanis Perez says, hi people, never forget, whenever you eat pineapple, it eats you too. Also, if you eat a lot of pineapple, your girlfriend doesn't gag as much. If
you, no matter how much you eat the pineapple, in what way you will shit it out whole.
You know what, Kyle, what you said last week about the pizza, eating half a heart-shaped pizza, I have been telling that to everybody. Everybody thinks that's fucking hilarious. So I just want you to know that. Holson85 says, if Death Cobra don't get funded, Hasbro should include at least a cardboard tombstone saying R.I.P. Death Cobra. Crossbones Koopa says, I want Leo Kaiser so bad. Kind of sucks. It's a HasLab. My parachute pants are ready for Leo Kaiser at retail. No one else knows. Cybertron Retro Radio. I kind of wish the new HasLab was ROD-01 Megatron, but the original was pretty close to perfect as it was. Dwayne March says, I had a 12-inch G.I. Joe back in the day, but unfortunately, I lost him along the way. Holson85 says, the tanks got chunky legs in their robot modes. I think if they only made the tracks a little wider, it would look better and hide that. Dwayne March says, buy 2 sets and remove the parts that don't make up Rescue Force. I ain't buying 2 sets of this. Shit. I just actually I kind of already have a plan. I have a Power of the Prime Starscream and two of the tanks, and I'm going to make my own Rescue Force. I'm looking at them right now over on my crafting desk. So thank you, 3D printing. And Dwayne Marsh says, isn't the class based on the weight these days? Noah Schmaltz says, I'm going to get this Lio Kaiser, but man, my TFC one still looks good. I guess both will do. I have TFC Hades, and I will say this. TFC Hades looks better than this. TFC Hades does not have a Death Cobra, and TFC Hades holds together about as well as my sanity after a traumatic incident. Not very well. That thing is a floppy, fiddly goddamn mess.
But it's still pretty much like double the price of the HasLab. So.
Yeah, it's like $600 to get everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Crossbones Koopa says, I'm kidding. I don't condone stealing. Dwayne Marsh says, I've been debating on putting in to make to make Rescue Force. And Holson said, I had the Rescue Force team. Combine and form pants. Yeah. Pants, and then don't forget waist arms.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Waist arms.
That reminds me about this.
Pincer claws, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds you what, buddy?
Oh, I was just thinking about how this Lio Kaiser and this new Studio Series Devastator, like they both have the sort of hip and thigh parts as like a separate piece.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So and from what I've been able to see, Long Haul seems to carry it like a trailer in his dump truck mode.
Oh yeah. Devastator's got a huge fucking ass too.
Yeah, so my thoughts are when they plan on combining in a battle, it's like Scrapper yells at Long Haul, remember to bring the pants.
Remember to bring the pants. Yeah, I'm trying to find it right here.
I'm just really happy that Leo Kaiser comes fully ready to be transformed. No waiting like 2 years for any other combiner. I know it's much more cost effective, but goddamn, sometimes the wait, if they're your favorite character, just to see him come out and you've got to wait 2 years, you could die. You could fucking drop dead in those 2 years waiting for your favorite figure to release. And your last regret will be, I never finished Devastator.
Imagine the
then
people
died.
with Fans Toys Menasor. I think they've been waiting for 5 years now for the missing limb.
Jesus
Imagine
Christ.
how many fucking dead fans they have had waiting for that last limb to come out, only to see it in heaven or hell.
I mean,
Just like, haha, this is what you could have had.
not only that, can you imagine being somebody's widow, and then all of a sudden, like 3 years after they die, they get a package in the mail, and then
pre-order,
and then you look at the credit card, and you've just paid $230 to be traumatized all over again.
Well, if they don't like it, you can send them some Gummo Corp gumballs.
Yeah, look at that. There it is. There's the picture of Devastator. Let's
some
see.
nice badonk.
Yeah. Oh,
Looking
nope,
very
no.
structural.
Open image and new tab.
It looks like Metroplex.
Yeah, very structural.
Got piston ass.
The fuck? Okay.
The
I like the
arms
back.
looks like exactly like the Combiner War ones, you know, like they clamped on.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, those were like the only good parts of the Combiner Wars one.
Why are the guns facing backwards, though?
Just
That kind of
somebody tried to
I don't
sneak
know.
up.
Why
to-
the fuck did Shin Godzilla have to fire laser bolts from his fins? Because it's cool as
If they were
shit.
pointing the other way, he'd shoot himself in the back. So
I'm telling you what, there's no fucking ear cannon on this. You don't get my money. It's
true.
It's been fucking lost to time, man. Lost to
I just
fucking-
third party,
realized-
man, third party.
Yeah.
They're gonna make an
I just-
expansion pack.
I just realized that Devastator can do that. He can turn to somebody and look at an Autobot and say, in my head canon, it says that you die,
Yeah, and then boom.
and then blows you up with his head cannon.
Can someone explain what we're talking about?
So the original G1 toy, out of Devastator, it would be Devastator's right ear, was a green cannon.
Yeah.
Yep.
G1.
Yeah, G1 Devastator. And I guess G2 Devastator. And that,
Yep, same.
for some reason, that was never really talked about, you know,
Yep, he has a gun that pegs into his head.
cartoons or comic books. There it is. You can see it there. Open image and new tab.
I think it was sort of. It might have sort of, kind of, vaguely been like.
Huh.
If you really squinted, like you could kind of think that it was referenced in the cartoon because he shot lasers out of his visor.
No, not the same thing. Not the same
know.
thing.
I know he's got this big.
powers
He's got
from
this
it.
big and obnoxious green laser gun coming out of the side of
It's
his head.
fucking great.
It looks more like an ICBM.
I have a 3D printed Shapeways one for my Hercules figure.
Yeah.
He has
You know
a peg on the side of the head, Hercules? I didn't remember.
No, it's like a piece of plastic that pegs into the screw on the back of the head and kind of goes over and out.
You know
Okay.
what sucks? That the closest we've ever gotten to getting something replicated like that is Michael Bay's version of Lockdown with his giant gun face.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Man.
He actually did something almost right, and it's infuriating.
That thing felt like somebody had like Galvatron explained to them, but they didn't really understand the assignment.
I mean, that man did all the drugs and then said, I'm going to make a movie. And then wandered from the Hasbro offices of Transformers right into the My Little Pony writing room and go, I'm fucking taking your Rainbow Dash and turning it into a gun. Then fronted on him, said, what, bitch? And then walked out of the room again.
Yeah. And let's add a plot point into the movie where the girl's 17, but the guy's 20, and have to bring that shit up. It's like, she's fucking 18, dude. Just say she's 18.
Yeah.
Aaron Kruger is one of the worst fucking writers in the business.
I don't know if that was
Like,
him
why
or
the
Bay.
fuck? Why would it be Bay? Bay doesn't give a shit by 4. He's on autopilot during 4, and somehow it's the best one.
I don't believe Bay ever read or knew what Transformers were besides just robots that transform and never
It
tried
still
to even
pisses
learn
me
any
off.
lore.
Yeah.
They were gonna give him G.I. Joe and then went, no, we're gonna push that movie back. We'll give him Transformers.
Here's the thing.
God damn it.
The thing about 4, and I agree, Dark of the Moon is the best Transformers movie. I fucking love Dark of the Moon. And I think what made it the best, it was very strongly based on 3 episodes of the G1 cartoon where Earth gets into Cybertron gets into Earth's orbit. However,
wasn't Dark of the Moon 3?
What's that?
Wasn't Dark of the Moon 3? I thought Age of Extinction was 4.
It might be. You might be right. You might be right. It's all
Dark of the Moon's 3, Age of Extinction's 4.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So Dark of the Moon. Dark of the Moon. Third one was the best one. I want y'all to remember, that was about 20 years ago. 15, 20 years ago. Anyway. Yeah.
God damn, we're
It's only 2011.
2011 to 2025. What is that?
15, 14 years.
21, 14 years. 14 years.
Yep.
14 years.
I saw that shit in theaters.
On the drain. I'm doing the same thing. Anyway. So, if you watch the cartoon, I think it was called When Worlds Collide. It's scientifically much more accurate than the movie is. The gravity from Cybertron's causing all sorts of natural disasters on Earth. And I mean, I think there's even a scene in one of those episodes where Megatron removes Abraham Lincoln and sits down in the fucking
Oh yeah, I
chair.
remember that.
That's a different one.
Yeah, that's a different one. Still
That's
damn cool.
Megatron's master plan. Where
okay.
No, that's Megatron's master plan where he sends turns everyone against the Autobots and sends them off Earth.
You mean
Which
like
is the
he
other half of
like
Dark of the Moon?
Yeah, there we go.
Right.
Michael Bay watched 4 episodes.
Starscream dressed up as Optimus Prime and had like an Optimus Prime helmet on.
Yes.
So
yes.
dumb.
I did it, Prime. Anyway, we got some new fucking surprise images from the Hasbro booth on day 2 of MegaCon. Hearts of Steel was not on my bingo card for this year, and yet here we are.
We kept saying it's in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like we heard Hearts of Steel was coming sometime. It was gonna be this year.
We heard it was going to be Starscream and Optimus.
But it's still here, and I fucking love it because holy shit, prop plane Starscream looks fucking great.
And
Amazing.
you just know we're gonna buy that at least 5 more times, right?
Which is why it's a good thing it looks great.
Yeah.
I only have my pre-order locked in.
Same.
I haven't
Same.
pre-ordered it yet.
I've pre-ordered. I have pre-ordered.
I
Probably
love
sold
the
out
comics. I've got all the figures that came out from MMC and what's the other one? Mega Fence Toys, I think. I got them all. I love that series so much. It's just so original. And that announcement just completely came out of nowhere for me. Like, holy crap!
Are they even gonna throw in a new human figure of John Henry Irons?
No.
Imagine.
I don't think so.
Imagine trying to tell somebody who isn't a Transformers fan that this may be called Bumblebee, but it's not actually Bumblebee. It's another robot called Centurion.
Yeah. And he looks exactly the same with literally no difference.
None
what was
whatsoever.
the issue back then? Devil's Due didn't have the publishing rights to the name. Why did they make that change?
Yeah.
No, they didn't. Hearts of Steel was a separate continuity. Then during the big fuck up that was like the Hasbro universe, where they kind of went, oh, actually G.I. Joe was canon the whole time.
Yeah.
And then here's all this other stuff, like all this other
And
stuff
Mask.
that works. But G.I. like all the Mask, the ROM shit that's getting introduced now, that works.
Visionaries.
But G.I. Joe is clearly not canon, but now it is. And then they decided to go, also Hearts of Steel happened.
Yeah.
But not the way it actually happened.
Yeah.
All their names were different.
It was
They
all an
were.
experiment by Shockwave.
Yes, because Shockwave is it's fucking Robo Satan, apparently.
The giant Ironsides battleship?
Yeah.
Anyway, this is clearly my Cronus Prime.
Shockwave, God, I hope I'm remembering this right. Shockwave wanted to see how a battle would turn out. So he kidnapped all these robots and brainwashed them into believing they were like Optimus Prime and Megatron or
classic Shockwave.
Bumblebee. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of is, really.
And let it happen. However, there's a sequel to Hearts of Steel.
Yep.
That's
that looks
Lovecraft, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah, it's during Infestation 2.
They meet
Yeah,
Nikola
something
And
like
they
that.
Tesla.
just use the Prime character models.
I can see a future repaint somehow or another where they turn Starscream into like Swoop.
No, you're gonna get another 2-pack. It's gonna be this in
Thundercracker
black and
Skyward.
purple, and then this in red with a different head. So
I'll get Hearts of Steel Seekers before I get the actual fucking Seekers.
Yeah.
I've been comparing like that Bumblebee with the original from Mastermind Creation from back then, and they are pretty identical, except maybe for like the side tracks, like the side wheels, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else seems to transform exactly the same as the Mastermind Creation, like to the detail.
Didn't the original Optimus from Masterminds have like his arms on noodle poles that snapped real easily?
Yeah, kind of. Mine's still in one piece, but yeah. But he had the trailer, like the back car that transformed into the trailer normally with a cannon inside, so that was pretty cool. But this one doesn't have one, so I'm sure there's a third party that's already making it right now as we speak. So.
Oh yeah.
I'm so pissed. Optimus's Steam stack doesn't transform into a stovepipe hat, so he could be like Abraham Prime Lincoln.
Let's get down to down to
cool.
Optimus. Optimus robot mode looks really great, but I got to admit the
It looks like a Fisher Price to my taste. Like,
yeah the
Yeah, I
toy
see
itself
that.
the toy itself
toy.
is a very Thomas the Tank Engine feel.
yeah, very.
Yeah.
The word,
repaint
I
coming up.
guess the word is toyetic. Like it looks toy. It looks like
That
it's meant
is
to be a
looks
such
like
a
a
fucking
toy.
vision.
Who
Yeah.
would have guessed a toy looked like a fucking toy?
Yes, exactly.
New Age Megatron Romulus, like
Yeah, yeah.
His ear antenna are Steam stacks. I missed that.
But now let's look at the concept art character no one thought was ever going to get made.
Fucking Megatron.
fuck yeah.
God bless the Second Amendment.
God. damn.
I may not be able to have a gun, but I am legally able to own a cannon.
I can't
Yeah.
I can't put a hole in a man that's about a quarter of an inch across, but I can shoot him with a cannonball that will
fucking
leave a
house.
garbage can sized hole in a man's chest.
What's wrong with that?
I think
Nice.
Megatron. I don't know.
God, I can hear
Exactly.
Walter creaming his pants from
I-
here.
It might have been
Excellent.
somewhere else. I think they said that the Megatron and the Optimus are Voyager class, and the Bumblebee and Starscream are Deluxe, but I don't know anymore.
No,
size scale
Starscream is
chart.
clearly bigger. So Starscream's like Voyager, and Megatron's Voyager, and Prime and Bumblebee looks smaller, like Deluxe. I don't know.
Just love that the giant spiked wheels
Oh man.
Yeah.
are fucking in the way all the time.
Man. That cannon looks badass. That's a death metal album cover right there.
I'm gonna cream if there's like a gimmick that you pull in the back and just like shoot a bead or something from the cannon.
Oh, they'll never have that. Some dumbass will choke on it. Back in my day,
One of the very first prototype cannons you ever saw, like the Chinese used when they invented gunpowder. It looked like that, just a big old fucking tube.
let me tell you,
I
the
really-
toys back in my day, they weeded out the weak, right? It was a thing where our toys actually hurt and killed people. And it was fine because I'm sorry, if your child was killed by something sold in Toys R Us, obviously he was not meant to go on. But then we got soft. Let me tell you about
You
a
mean
toy.
You're talking about the BSG Viper.
No, I am talking specifically about a toy I had as a kid.
The giant arrows that you.
We had lawn darts too. We had
Yeah.
lawn darts too. We absolutely had lawn darts. But
You know how they
guys-
used to play with lawn darts? They threw them straight up in the air.
let me.
Yeah,
you
and then
realize-
you land on top of your head.
And
Do
you
you-
got
do you-
coloring books for Christmas the rest of your life.
Do you realize what an old style lawn dart actually is?
It's a spear.
No, it's a plumbata. It's a missile weapon created by the Roman Empire.
I'm gonna tell you to shut the fuck up now.
Let me show you this toy I had as a kid. This is the Mattel. It had two different names. It was the Mattel Time Machine, but it was also called the Strange Change, right?
Oh.
So here it is. Here it is. Do you see that electrical cord running out the back?
Yeah.
Oh.
So essentially what this toy was, now this is for ages 7 and up. Okay?
It's a hot plate, right?
It's not a hot plate. It's not a hot plate. So strange change, you would get these little packets. They were squares, right? Just plastic squares. And then you'd throw it in the time machine chamber right here. And then you'd close this piece of plastic. And what this is a fucking heat gun. It would blow hot air, excuse me, up underneath us, hot enough to cause welts and third-degree burns. There was no locking mechanism on this. If you were dumb enough to open up the door while you had this running, well, then you deserved those burns on your face. Now, these little cubes would unfold themselves into weird little monsters. See that right there?
Like melting down?
Yeah, they would not melt down. They would unfold. And it was something glorious to see. I mean,
sounds cool as shit.
It really was. And then, if they were still hot, you could pick them up with your bare fucking hands, and you could put the toy into this clamp right here, and you could turn it back into a square to do it all over again. And see this little metal block here? Even had the Mattel logo on it. So it would stamp the Mattel logo on the side of it. Right? I need to see. I need to see if I can find a YouTube video of one of these fuckers working. YouTube.com.
Did anybody die from using one of these?
Oh, people were sent to the hospital all the time. But the fact that like kids, let's see, a strange change, time machine, Mattel. The fact that like they were essentially selling a Harbor Freight heat gun to children as a toy. Right? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Maybe this. Will this be it? Yeah. Okay. See the square? Now it's a fucking octopus.
Wow. You know what the hilarious, ironic thing is?
What's that?
One of the figs that we're looking at in the MegaCon is a Heatwave.
Fucking spider. There you go. You put the fucking scorpion in. You squeeze it down because it's still hot. Pull it out. It's a fucking cube again.
And then they made it safer with just like those pills that you put in water and then a sponge, like a dinosaur sponge, come out.
Yeah, what a fucking it went from like realistic creatures that unfolded in a dangerous machine. Even says it's an electrical toy. Be fucking careful. Right? It went from that to a bunch of bullshit. Fucking
I mean, we had those easy bake ovens that like with fire to the whole house sometimes. And
one kid tries to fillet a Battlestar Galactica Vic Viper and ends up choking on a missile. And all of a sudden, we all have to suffer. Fuck that kid. I'm glad
It's
he's
like
dead.
that. I'm glad
really.
me and you don't are like. It's how on the same wavelength me and Scott are. Remember the one chip challenge?
I did that. I did the one chip
Yeah.
challenge.
Some dumbass
that.
kid didn't read the instructions and died from it.
I can
Parents
believe
got-
that.
The parents who bought it for him and didn't read the instructions got pissy with the company. The company said read the instructions, and then they discontinued it. Fuck that kid.
I did the one chip challenge. I remember standing in the dude's bathroom. It was my buddy Al. He owns a garage here in outside of Johnstown. And I remember having like Gojo, like scrubbing my tongue with Gojo going, this is how I die. Okay. You know,
Okay.
it was bad. It was.
I don't believe it. I eat a lot of really fucking spicy stuff, and there's no way people can die from this. It's just like the feeling on the tongue. There's no actual burning in your stomach. It's just
Well,
Tef, for what it was worth, this spice was so hot. It was. I've been maced in the eyes once before. I did it myself. It was an accident. This chip was worse.
I believe you. I do a lot of those challenge. If you guys ever like eat something too spicy, like that burns your mouth like fucking lava, drink pickle juice. It cancels the burning in seconds. It's amazing.
I will try that. I will try that.
never heard that.
But
I don't understand why anyone used that trick on Hot Ones, like the show on TV. Like,
but I'll tell you what, like I was aware of my throat anatomy like no other. I was having trouble catching my breath, and I could feel the heat going up into the eustachian tubes. Look it up.
And it burns also when it comes out when you go number 2. So yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, we got Optimus Prime, we got Bumblebee, Starscream, but then they also showed off a couple of other things here. This is is it a bulkhead? I'm not sure. It's a bulkhead remold. This is
Rescue
Heatwave.
Bots bulkhead.
Rescue Bots Heatwave.
This is every fucking Digibash when you look up Transformers Digibash. Within five scrolls, you will find bulkhead that's just Heatwave. And of all the ones that came true, thank God it was this one.
This is so cute. It's so sickeningly cute. He just wants to fight fires. That's all he wants to do. He just wants to fight your fires.
I mean, for a kid TV show, they can't fight other like bad guys, so they have to fight something like bad, but not it's still child friendly.
Just look at the alt mode and just think, I will do a rescue.
But I like this a lot more because when I looked at I looked up Chase's original toy after I knew this was gonna be the mold, and this looks way closer to the original toy than it does.
You know what?
Anything else?
These are badly mistransformed. I just realized it. Look at that.
I can see
Look
that.
at the wheels. It's a fucking
His
rainbow.
chest isn't tabbed in.
Yeah, and
The alignment is all off. Everything.
Yeah.
the bottom of the waist says "torque it out." The top of the waist says "I'm here for business."
Back there in the package is like a better robot mode.
Yeah. Going over to the chat, I'm getting behind the chat here. Crossbones Koopa says, "Yay, Hearts of Steel, no Omnibots." I know it's every time stuff is revealed, it's a fucking it's joy and heartbreak all in one. I want my fucking Omnibots. Holson A5, Devastator. I want to attack Autobot City, but the clap of my shiny metal ass cheeks keeps alerting the enemy. Clang, clang, clang. Crossbones Koopa says, "Devastator pulled an American Pie with a laser gun." Dwayne Marsh says, "Ah, thine little centuries." Holson 85, Hearts of Steel is such a surprise. How many years ago did we get those third-party ones? Probably about 20, honestly.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah. Dwayne Marsh says, "That reminds me, I need to get Purple PLA. I want to get the Hearts of Steel Seekers for sure." Crossbones Scott, look what I sent you from Allie. I will here in a bit. Belucius says, "Megatron is glorious. Crossbows and catapults, styly mofo." Dwayne March said, "There was the baby's first telephone, almost a solid block of wood on a string." I remember that. Crossbones Koopa said, "Scott, you need to be a salesman." I was very good at it. I didn't like the way I was lying to people. I quit. Now I'm a stock trader. Much, much, much more horrible. Mark De Repetini. Scott, I need you to do an episode with you guys just talking about crazy crap you did. I'll laugh my ass off. Yeah, that's a thought. Dwayne Marsh says, "Another trick for spicy food is don't breathe in through the mouth." Crossbones Koopa says, "Oh, go ahead, Tef.
Yeah, it works too. Proven.
Let's see here. Crossbones Koopa says, "Yeah, no Rocket Fire Boba Fett. Thank you, kid that went down on a Viper and choked. I never got my Rocket Fire Boba Fett. Finally scored a Rocket Fire Boba Fett a few years ago. Not a real one. I 3D printed it out." Dwayne Marsh says,
"Okay, I was going to say,
yeah, will we get General Optimus Prime out of Bulkhead?" I'm going to say likely.
I don't think so.
I feel like we would have got it with the G2 set.
I mean,
yeah.
Here's the thing. Every once in a while, shit surprises me. Like the fact that we got a wing thing from Ratbat and it was a remold. Fucking surprising. And we got an Enemy cassette. Fucking surprising. But then, like, I sit back and go, we really should have gotten Gigastorm from
years ago.
We should have gotten Metro Titan by now. We're seeing rumors of a Metroplex re-release, and we still haven't got Metro Titan.
Wait, what Metroplex re-release?
A couple of months, Metroplex will be re-released.
Which one?
Is it the same
Titan.
exact mold?
Titan class, the very first
Thrilling
Titan.
30?
Yeah,
Fuck yeah, I need that Metroplex, man.
there you go, man. Well,
Probably
good.
going to be a
Yeah,
repaint like they did with Triptychon.
Yeah.
Please.
And you know what?
30s?
Oh,
If
Yeah.
it's a repaint, come on, man. Metro Titan that shit up. I will buy a Metro Titan. I ain't gonna buy. Look, it's a different shade of white.
yeah, that was that threw me for a loop because I was like, oh yeah, it's just the darker version of Triptychon now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I guess it's more boy accurate now.
Holson85 says that rescue bot has real Paw Patrol vibes. Belushi says milk, yogurt, lemon juice, or ideally alcohol will cool the burn. Wimps. Crossbones Koopa says, I don't think so, Dwayne, because they're doing Optimus for G.I. Joe. Dwayne March says the later generations of that wood phone are made of plastic now, and our balls are all filled with plastic. Isn't it a joy?
Yeah.
So going past Heatwave here, we got a new Skybite.
Skybite.
Awesome. I just wish
Have
he
you
was
noticed
more
something
RID
about
colored.
Skybite?
I noticed that the head moves up and down.
Yeah, he's not perpetually jumping.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a work of taxidermy. Like an Autobot caught him, killed him, and then put him on a wall.
Xavier, you were saying something.
Oh, I just want him to be more of the blue color, and I know they'll probably do a re-release, but I always remember he had it's like because he was Sky Bite, they made him sky colored. This is more purple, but he was a real fucking fun character with all his poetry and his bad luck and all that shit. So I really think this is one of those fan favorite characters. And I just really fucking enjoy the fact we're getting Skybite again. Even the eyes have that weird swirl to them that they had in the cartoon.
The back of the box, the little toy bio that they put on, needs to be a fucking haiku.
Yeah.
I like the character, but I don't like there's so many panels, just a panel former. I don't know.
Kind of just that's kind of just the nature of Skybite, though.
Yeah.
Scott, you remember years ago some third-party company was going to put out their own Skybite and called it Jafoon?
I don't remember that. There's been so many third-party things, and
I liked the freaking Sencho Barbosa.
I got that one. He's amazing.
Yeah. Guys, give me a second. I will be right back, but please continue on. Say nasty things about me.
I'll say more nasty things about Skybite here. Where's Slapper? Where are his minions?
Yeah.
I like his mohawk. It's just so exaggerated.
Where's left laser, center laser, and right laser?
Shit, this was the version that got the... No, this wasn't the mold. That was like Noise Maze. They repainted Noise Maze into like proper Cybertronian Skybite, and then they made like sweepers out of the Noise Maze mold from Cybertron.
That's an interesting mold, though, the Noise Maze design. Really interesting.
Yeah, also a very interesting name.
I know.
Transmetal Cybershark?
Yep, that's what this is. Transmetal 2 Cybershark.
2000.
So we're only getting Transmetal 2 so far.
Well, they did what they could with the year 2000 because they were like, you know what, throw everything in this show. It had cars, it had Super Saiyan power-ups, it had Autobots, Maximals, the very first appearance of Nemesis Prime.
In Japan, it is actually part of the same. It's actually part of the G1 continuity, and it takes place after Beast Wars Neo.
Which is weird
means
because
it also has to happen in between season 2 of the anime and the movie.
Yeah, that's right. Because it's a time travel show, and basically the characters are from the distant future, and they travel to the sort of early 2000s. And so, yes, you are correct.
Huh.
Cybershark repaint would be fun.
Yeah, I agree. That
Did I hear
that
somebody
demonic
with 4
looking
eyes
fucker.
say nerds?
Yeah, I said it. What are you gonna do about it? Give me your lunch money, nerd.
Joke's on you, I don't have
Did you see that video on Facebook? Like a guy spurging out about the distinction between a wyvern and a dragon. It's like, no, it's got 4 limbs. It's not a dragon. And like, listen here, you fucking geek. If it's a reptile and it flies, it's a fucking dragon.
We had a shop. Go ahead, Xavier. Sorry.
There was an exact conversation I remember haunting me like that from years and years ago, where when Lord of the Rings came out on DVD, they had a Tolkien professional artist doing wyvern designs for the Nazgul. And one of the guys on the show that was helping like do it was just like, hey, you have some sort of like barb extending from their elbows. That means these wyverns can't fly. And the Tolkien artist, like professional Tolkien artist, told him, shut up, it looks cool. Let me do it.
We had a toy shop. Well, it was like a hobby shop here in Johnstown, right? And you'd go in, they'd have like old Kenner stuff. And you know, like here's like an old Kenner Slave 1. Every once in a while they'd have Transformers. And they actually had a decent amount of RID 2001 Transformers. The problem was the people running it were exactly the type of people that would have Kenner and old He-Man and stuff. And it was just like, you guys took all the vaccines, didn't you? It was the autism was really high in there. And like I went in last time I went in, I looked at the one guy and I go, hey, can I go back into that back room? You know, because there was more stuff back there. And he goes, okay. And I go, I guess that means yes, because that's not English. And then I start to walk back and he goes, and I guess that was a no. I mistranslated. Well, no surprise at all. That place shut down. And we have a new place called the Wolf and the Wyvern. And I have like $3 generals within like a 15-minute distance of me. Much less than that, really. Like 5 minutes, I've got $3 generals. And I refer to one of the Dollar Generals as the Battletech Dollar General. Because one of the guys from the Wolf and the Wyvern, he also works at this Dollar General. Hey, kind sir, would you like to come down to the Wolf and Wyvern and partake in some Battletech? I printed out some Battletech on my printers, man, but I don't really play. I just like the designs. You should play. No, back in my mind, I'm going, I really shouldn't. I can't stand that D&D stuff. You know, like just, I'm glad you're enjoying it, but nah.
Why? Is it because you're a cunt?
So is this more? Is this
What do you
more?
want to lure you?
Right? He's like, are you grooming me, sir? I'm 51.
So is this more? Is this more? I collect spores, molds, and funguses energy, or is this more screeching frog energy?
Okay. I would say about 80% from the spores, molds, and funguses, and then about 20% screeching frog. But now that's the Park Hill Dollar General, and now my wife and I refer to that as the Battletech Dollar General.
I see.
What a name.
Yeah.
And what if it sticks and you go, son of a bitch, I gave you that name.
It's the Battletech Dollar General.
This Dollar General belongs to House Steiner.
And it's a thing where, like, you know, downtown here, you don't get "have a good day, thank you for coming" or anything like that. Like, you get the side eye.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah. In the other one, you'll get like in the one in East Conemaugh, you'll get, "Oh, thank you for coming." In this one, it's like, you have a blessed day, sir. Praise be upon you. It's like, fuck me, man.
Oh, you're the worst.
And this fucking Battletech Dollar General strikes again. Oh, fuck me. Going over to the chat, we've got a few over here in the chat. Crossbones Koopa says, "Woo, Skybite." Dwayne March says, if they give us a new scoop, they can give us the White Hound. Dwayne March says, okay, now I have to make a mount board for my Cybershark. And Technical Jim, why is Skybite associated with haiku? Was that ever explained? I know in IDW he was reading poetry, and I think in RID 2001, which I haven't really watched a lot of, I think he did poetry there as well.
He was He was in RID, in the English dub for Car Robots. He's supposed to be a warrior poet.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he is.
Yeah.
But he's also a coward, which is, I guess, why in the Japanese version his name is Gel Shark.
Oh.
Gel Shark. You know, like jellyfish.
Yeah,
It's
Jello.
it's not as catchy as Skybite.
Yeah, I like Skybite better. Oh my!
I like the fact that Skybite predates.
But he's a fish, and sky bites. I mean, underwater bites, maybe. Yeah.
But no, I mean, I enjoy the fact that Skybite predates Sharknado by a good 15 years, and I look forward to whoever out there in the fandom decides to display all their
That
Skybites
movie missed
on a spinning
an
tornado
opportunity
hat.
to put Skybite in the movie. That would have been nice.
Yeah. Oh shit!
They already have the knockbuster.
Oh, go ahead, Xavier. What was that?
I would say they already have the knockbuster of Transmorphers. How fucking hilarious would that be if they did a crossover with fucking like, oh no, the Transmorphers are being defeated by the Sharknado.
I would pay good money.
Don't say such a thing. They're listening, and they will make it. Transmorphers versus Sharknadoes. They will.
God bless America.
Yeah, somebody listens to this podcast.
Who? Yeah, seriously. Who the fuck saw this coming? The fucking Siege Skywarp reissue and Siege the Siege Sideswipe, G2 Sideswipe. I did not see this fucking coming. Not at all.
Huh.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay, so I basically, what I'm hearing here is that I have a chance to rebuy the only Sideswipe that I don't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they like super rare to reissue them, or
Yes.
the demand is high? Or
They were released at the onset of COVID.
I think like they were on Hasbro Pulse, but Hasbro Pulse had like 2 copies each. So they sold out
but
like
still, the collectioner is gonna be pissed off. Like, oh, I got like this super fucking rare items, and now they're reissuing it, dropping the price down.
I have said this time and time
I
again.
hope so, because fuck those people.
The moment I go up and I look at a figure and I'm upset that it got re-released, like essentially I'm looking at that figure as a pile of money instead of a piece of art and an amazing piece of engineering. So
Yes.
at that point, that's the point where I go, if I'm looking at this as money, that's whenever I have to quit. Whenever the fact that like, because somebody else can get it and it's now easier to get makes me mad, like that doesn't affect me in the fucking slightest. I still have the toy, right? The moment that makes me mad, like that, then I think I have to get out. Tomorrow, if somebody said, well, okay, we're going to do HasLab Unicron, it's going to be $600, but we're going to release it in Walmart, okay, fine. More people that have it, the better, in my opinion.
Yes. That way, you know what else that means too? It would mean that you'd be able to get more, you get another ring in case the one that you've got breaks.
Yeah.
Wasn't this only available on Amazon? Wasn't that the problem?
Yeah, it was. It was an Amazon exclusive with Hasbro Pulse, getting a few, like a handful of them, and I do mean a handful. And all the
and Amazon didn't have enough supplies and cancels everybody's pre-orders.
Yeah. So, and Hasbro Pulse, I got lucky. My boss knows me well enough that he realizes the only 3 things keeping my sanity together are my pets, my wife, and Transformers. And so he knows if I need Scott to be effective, every once in a while I'm going to need to give him 5 minutes to buy toys. So he gives me the 5 minutes. And
oh my God. I just saw what Josh looks like now with a handlebar mustache.
Oh my God.
What a fucking old man.
That boy,
What are
man.
you looking at?
One of the first people on the show was a gentleman named Dr. What. Dr. What, he went to journalism school and became a local journalist, Joshua Byers. Even got a little bit of fame. One of his photos made it all the way to Good Morning America whenever PennDOT thought it was a good idea to paint the road lines, paint the yellow road lines on the road over a dead raccoon.
And who gave him his start? Good Morning Cybertron.
Good Morning Cybertron. That's
Oh,
his
great.
first
You're one
foray.
Of those fuckers, of course you are.
That's one of his first forays into journalism. We're journalists.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself, Kyle. You want to be here.
The fact that they've
because
re-released
I want to get
these-
to TFCon and you guys are making it difficult.
the fact that they're re-releasing these and more people can get them, fan-frickin-tastic. I love it.
Oh yeah.
I absolutely.
There's a couple of Transformers I wouldn't mind they would re-release, but I doubt. There's some that I missed.
I still remember the Skywarp
I'm
causing
actually.
panic. just
Thank
because-
you, Hasbro. This is how I know you watch the show, because you know I don't have Thundercracker or Skywarp. So you reached the wrong one to fuck with me.
Keep talking, Xavier.
I mean, Skywarp hit $350 on secondary markets when I remember
Yeah.
the craze and the panic setting in that no one else had these except the people who got a pre-order. And this was one of those things where I was like, holy fucking shit. This thing is like rarer than like unobtainium. And what ended up happening was I gave one set to former team member on the show, Chase, because Chase wasn't able to get it. And he was so upset because his only way to get it was to pay the $350 that it was demanding at the time. But I said, I'll just give it to you for cost because this is fucking ridiculous, dude. Like, this is absolutely insanity what this thing is going for. So to see all these years later it finally getting released is like a huge sigh of relief because you not only had to be lucky, you had to beat the scalpers, or if you were willing to pay the price to beat the scalpers, you had to make sure they weren't giving you shit. Because there were some bad reviews of just like, hey, he sold me the toy only, no accessories. He kept the accessories.
Well, if Hasbro is still listening and want to reissue next, I'm looking for the animated Blackout. That one still sells for like $400.
Man, I'll tell you one of the things that I'm gonna print here pretty soon. Let me bring this up. Mavs Cults 3D. I just got here we go. I just got an extra DK, that Blue Trailbreaker DK3, and I'm gonna get this kit to turn DK3 into fucking Sentinel Prime.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I can see how. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, so I found like an incomplete DK3 or whatever, DK9 or whatever the fuck his name is. Found an incomplete one. I paid like $15 for it. This kit's $450. So I'm figuring like $20 for a fucking deluxe. That's not too shabby. No. But yeah, that's for like animated stuff. Yeah, I like this more realistic looking stuff. But anyway, moving on to looky what I found. Tef, sir. Do you happen to have a looky what I found? A little something you'd like to share?
No, I haven't found anything this week that we haven't really seen from Hasbro.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Kyle, buddy, how about you?
There is a thing in the chat.
Okay, let
Was
me.
it Q&A?
Oh, the Q&A. That's right. I did ask you to bring that up. So we're gonna.
I got something too. Let me find it.
Okay. So let's see here. Live stream, Sentinel Prime, Facebook, the Q&A. So let's see here. Corey. Yeah, here it is. Dr. Richard Dick Granite. So this, what was this Q&A from? I think this is something that they were talking to Evan.
I think so.
Yeah. So, Polar Claw comes up, but it's hard when it's not a character from the animation. So that's why we haven't seen a Polar Claw. Devastation 2-pack will be from Run Amok and Dirge. Okay, sweet. We're getting a Carnivac. That'll be from Weird Wolf. The breakage issue is fixed. And you know what I'm saying? If Carnivac has the breakage issue fixed, how about you give us a new Weird Wolf with the breakage issue fixed?
Question, what breakage issue?
The little panel that you'd lift up to put the pilot inside of Weird Wolf had a tendency to break.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got the reissue one that was in the G1 box, and I haven't had any trouble with it.
Good. Timelines B will not have a Centurion head. Don't worry. I'm sure there'll be a 3D printed one. When designing, they start with concept art for both modes, then blocks, then detail. They want to do more canceled animated toys similar to Wasp. So there you go, Tef. You may get your animated Blackout.
We may get Marauder Megatron.
Mark tried getting Boat Shockwave into the main line, and Timelines is a test. If certain periods sells well, then they will revisit in the main line. So buy the fuck out of these Timelines toys, and we get more of them. We'll get your Boat Shockwave, bitch. Sometimes they had to cut a character because it couldn't work in that size class, and would try again later in a larger size class. There are no plans for an IDW Fort Max. Evan wants to do one at leader class, and he wants to do Rung. They still want to do the rest of the DJD, but it's hard because they're torture devices. So
let's just make them tanks.
Yeah. So supposedly Nickel is going to be the most likely next DJD member. Considering some of the Studio Series redecos for anniversaries, Dispenser, but he's going to be a licensing nightmare. I think Hasbro owns Mood Whiplash. Still trying to figure out how big Broadside should be. Marketing loves the cassettes. They sell. Evan says they owe the fans more minicons. They are not going to re-release Siege Galaxy Optimus. They would make a new one. Both Hasbro and Takara teams are pushing for it. The Covenant of Primus is one of Mark's favorite TF lore books, and started there for the 13. Their vehicle modes are references. So there was the Q&A. There was the Q&A.
Man, that reminds me. You know what I'd really like to see in like a leader class scale?
What's that,
A
buddy?
penis.
Galaxy Force / Cybertron Megatron, the one that turns into a car and a jet.
Like I said, a penis.
Oh. Here is, my God, I don't think we can show that. Okay, closing the window. And we're off the air.
It's just a spaceship.
Yeah, it's just a spaceship. Whew,
Yeah.
That was close, boys.
It's from the company that I hate the most, but goddamn, they made some crazy stuff.
Jizai Toys. Jizai Toys. Look at everything I made. You can't have any of it.
Exactly. I fucking hate them, but geez, their designs are fucking awesome.
No.
Well, you know, there was at least one that I think did somehow manage to get translated into an actual figure.
Didn't Power Glide?
Power Glide.
I don't know about that one, but I know that they showed off a Chrome Dome that they showed. Right? And the Fans Project Chrome Dome Headmaster is almost exactly the same. It transforms the same way.
The one that kills me. Well, okay, there's two. There's two that kill me. I guess this will be my looky what I found. The Jizai Toys Scrounge. The Jizai Toys Scrounge. God damn it.
KFC Tempest. Their deluxe class Cyclonus.
Mm-hmm.
Directly a translation of the Jizai Toys one.
Look, am I sharing? Yeah, I'm sharing the screen. There it is.
Yeah.
Jizai Toys Scrounge, right? Look at this. Look at
those discs from Cybertron a long time ago.
Yeah. Look at that.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
They make amazing the designs. The Power Glide was bought by KFC, I think. TFC. They made the Power Glide from them, and then later, not long ago, the New Age, I think, version 1.0 of Ironhide was from Jizai Toys also.
Yeah. And then he made this fucking powered buggy. Powered buggy from the original Ultra Magnus, from like the Diaclone Ultra Magnus. It breaks my heart. Damn it.
They made so many amazing things. All their animals, Transformers are freaking incredible. Their Chibi ones, they have a Chibi Soundwave and the Shibi Hound that are amazing, and
Yeah.
make something about it. Sell your design, sell your STL file. I don't care. Make something.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing that gets me. There's so many third-party toys that don't get made.
They will buy that shit and publish it or whatever.
Throw up if you can't get it made, then throw up the STL file.
Exactly.
Yeah, sell it for $50. Somebody will buy it. You're getting some of your money back. And
I know that somebody ripped off their videos of the crucifix Jesus and made them an STL file of it. I don't know how he made it, but I was the first one on the internet who bought it from him and made a review.
Yeah.
You mean like you're talking about Mecha Christos?
Yeah.
Yes, Mecha Christos.
Yeah, you can get that thing for free on Thingiverse now.
Oh, it's free now.
It's free now. And
I remember when he made it, I wrote to the guy directly and I asked him like, dude, you gotta sell it to me. And he was like, I can sell you the STL file, and I'm like, nah, I don't have a 3D printer. I want the whole thing all pre-made. And he sold it for me for like $100 US plus shipping. So about like 150 Canadian, and I received it. And I told him like, I'm gonna make a video review. I'm gonna link it to your store, and you're gonna have sales. And the guy poked me back a couple of weeks after my video. He said that he was overwhelmed with demands for buying his design.
I'm telling you.
A month later, I talked to him again, seeing what he was doing now, and he said with all the sales from the Mecha Cristo, he bought like 10 3D printers, and he cannot still fulfill the demand that people wants to buy from him.
I'm telling. And another thing I get, these are really complicated shapes. I don't think a 3D. No, I don't think you understand. You saw a 3D printer 15 years ago, and now it's stuck in your head that that's what it's capable of. These 3D printers, they can make so many shapes. Anything that can be manufactured, any shape that you can manufacture standardly, you can put on a 3D printer, and then the 3D printer can make shit that can't even be manufactured in the standard die way, just like squeezing two metal plates together and doing injection molding. No, it's a brand new fucking world. It's a brand new.
We have 3D metal printer now.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, they resin print. You can print clear as glass. Just get clear resin. But anyway, back to the looky what I found. Let's see here. Let's see. Thomas, did you have one?
Yeah, I got some.
Let's see it, baby.
Yeah, I found fucking. Okay, here we go. I just lost one of them. I'm just trying to see if I can pull it up again. So this, yeah, here it is. Yeah, okay. I'll share my screen.
Amazing radio. Nothing better for a podcast than silence and fumbling.
Well, you kind of blew your load there with your 3D printer talk again.
Sorry. I like 3D printing.
What?
Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
You like Magic the Gathering.
I found this custom that somebody made here on the TFW boards.
Oh, yes. I saw that.
Hey. That is Soundwave made out of a fucking Onslaught.
Nice.
Look at this vehicle mode.
Yeah, it looks great. He looks like Onslaught from the Generation one.
Yes.
Man, you put a giant missile on the back of that. That would be an okay Machine Wars Soundwave.
Yeah, you're right. It would.
Man,
the missile to transform into a laser beak. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also found this strong arm made from what looks like a hound.
That's not bad.
I think this actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yes. So that's what I have.
Right on. Kyle, I can't remember if I asked you. Do you have anything?
No.
That's okay, buddy. Xavier, do you got to look at what I found?
I do. I found one related and one not so related. So, one of my other games being Magic the Gathering, fucking a couple of years ago, right? They put out Transformers-related MTG cards. And I thought they were pretty cool. And the love of the game, some people still play those cards. And one super fan of Transformers is this lady who loves Transformers. I like this image a lot. She brought her own Starscream coronation crown to a game of Magic the Gathering.
Let's see here.
Like life size on his head, one thing. Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah, she's really a fan of Starscream. So much so, she brought her own coronation crown.
Right the hell on. Okay. That's really good. Oh, there she is. She's putting it on. There it is.
I hope she won.
No, she didn't. Aaron Hansen, won. Fellow Transformers enthusiast.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome.
So here's one just unrelated because I found it, and this is just like fucking amazing. Watch a laundromat blow up.
Fucking what?
Let's see here. Watching the laundromat blow up. Some poor schlub. He goes.
Laundries.
Opens the door. Luckiest day of his fucking life right here. Doesn't even realize it. And
The fuck is gonna happen?
So.
oh
why
my
did it blow up?
god!
What the fuck? What did he do?
What
Too
was
much
he
starch.
drying?
I don't even think that was. Maybe Nichols fell into the tumbler. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Holy shit. Holy
The
shit.
tumbler, not a microwave.
Okay, hold on here. I got a second look at it.
You gotta top that.
I'm not gonna top that, but the crown made me remember something. There was this guy, Starscream crown. There was this guy. I don't like to make fun of people, but there was this guy who did like these Transformers 3D prints, and he was like way back in the fucking day. And he must have taken it down. He made it was Phelps 3D. That's it. Phelps 3D. He made a Phelps 3D models. He made a life-size Starscream crown. And you would think, let's see here, back to overview, Phelps 3D, no. Images, let's go to images. Anything? No, I don't see anything. He did Phelps 3D, let's put in Transformers because everything's just Michael Phelps. He did like all these Transformers things, and like he did the Starscream thing, but then for about, like, I went away from him because it was just like the stuff he was doing was kind of amateurish, you know. It was, and I don't mean to say that my stuff is great, but just anything he made I could find better someplace else. There it is, Phelps 3D. Found him. 368 designs. And then for a while, he went nuts. He went a little insane. And he started making erotic attachments for drills.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's this fucking guy.
Yeah.
I'm confused. How does
wanna
that
see
work?
this.
Oh boy.
There. Here. You jam this up your ass.
Oh. Okay, I misheard you. I thought I heard the word grill.
Yeah. I thought like teeth grills.
That looks terrifying. That's...
Yeah.
Yeah, this model was designed to utilize the standard size electric screwdriver bit, one that just looks like a very long hexagon. This can
Now
also
we want to know, did he test them all?
I don't know.
That's probably why you went insane, maybe?
Yeah. Just be careful not to use it at too high a speed, as that could cause friction harm. Oh my god. And it's fucking weird because it goes... Look at this. He's making Daleks to jam up the ass, right? And... But it's like you go through his stuff, And it's just like, for a while, it's like, here's a toy robot to jam up your ass. Here's a drill bit to jam up your ass. Want to stick a rocket shit up there? How about a fucking pawn? A lightsaber? We've got you covered, right? And it's this hard shift of Transformers to erotic drill bit attachments.
Well, what? You don't see the connection?
I don't. And there we go. There's Scrounge. there's a mechanical. There's Torch.
All right, guy has two passions.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be too harsh,
Judgy.
but like, do you think that maybe there's something pressing on some part of his brain now?
Like a turtle?
Yeah,
like a drill bit that got lost.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like sudden behavioral shifts like that can.
No, there's like I said, I don't like to make fun of people.
Yeah, I was trying to preface
there's
that.
something going on. There has to be something going on. Because he went from making stuff like quintessence ships to making stuff like quintessence ships with a drill bit attachment. It's
sounds like
yeah.
me. This
See,
man's
I'm not trying
both
to
markets.
be. I'm not trying to
The
be
third party and the
criticizing.
porn parody market.
It
It's like
was-
Seinfeld and Seinfeld a porn parody.
Yeah, it was odd, and I can't find his Starscream crown. He made a Starscream crown, and he was wearing it in the picture. And I mean, you know how like Stephen Hawking had that lower jaw thing going on? It was like he had that same thing going on, but I can't
Lower jaw thing?
find it. Well, there you can kind of see it in this picture there. Open image
What?
and new tab, and I have to control plus.
What's the lower jaw thing?
You see how his like lower jaw comes out and the teeth kind of come up over his upper lip?
Oh, so are you talking about kind of like a Habsburg jaw?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean look at the way the headphones are, right? Look at the way
Disheveled.
his headphones are. See how like the loop goes up and over here? So like, hold on here. Here is look. I'm not the paragon of sanity.
Make
I'm going to be
you-
the first guy to say
Make
that.
you wonder if he puts his rain jacket on not inside out, but actually upside down.
Do you see how my headphones are with it like centered and everything? This dude is like going, this is normal. This is fine. Just like this. Right?
Yeah.
Hand me the drill. I want to show you something.
Hey man, we don't judge.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. I mean,
If sticking a Dalek up your ass and spinning it at 300 RPM, if that's what you fucking want, who am I to judge? Whatever gets you through this life. I'm just bothered that you tried to sell me the 3D file.
you know, it would have probably made sense to just have two different accounts.
I mean, if
Thank
you're
you.
constipated and you need, like, to push it out somehow, those drill bits could be helpful.
Listen, here's what you do if you're constipated. You sit on the toilet, you take a big fucking deep breath, and as you breathe out, you just kind of push. That relaxes
Do the
stuff.
one-
You don't
do
need
the
to be
one
jamming
chip
the Black
shower.
and Decker up there. Unless you're,
Yeah, but, pushing, that's how Elvis died.
Yeah.
I mean,
if Elvis would
Only
have,
he used a fleet.
if the king would have had a fucking My Little
Drill
Pony
bits?
rotating vibrator that he attached to a drill bit, he'd be with us today.
he's still alive,
He'd
yeah.
still be alive.
But you need
That
like
drill
120.
saved my life. Uh-huh.
I got something for you. Xavier, do you have any reinforcements from Cybertron? Tell us about the
boy,
giant
do I.
spinning dildo you got.
Well, it's shaped like a bunch of pack of cards.
Okay.
Because I got more of the Dynamite series Transformers cards, and I pulled 2 Simon Furman autographs.
Fuck yeah, dude. Nice.
So I have one of Soundwave and one of Blaster, done in '84 sketch style, signed by Simon Furman. Very cool. I have a bid going on right now because one of the things and this is weird, one of the things that they include in the pack of Dynamite issued Transformers cards are checklists And the checklists tell you, by the way, you can get metal cards. And I looked on eBay. They're there. They're just very expensive. But I'm hoping to win a lower bid for one. And just doubly weird is the fact that you can still get the checklist cards in foil, and that counts as part of the set. And I was like, why do I need the cards that usually come as checklist in foil? But whatever. It's just a weird little thing they're trying to do to make you buy more packs to complete the set. Got that. I got another dozen Power of the Primes cards to try to complete all 12 primes for each Transformer released from the Power of the Primes line. So now I'm up to 50 cards.
The only card set that I have that's near complete, back in I think it was like 95 or 94, Topps put out like the Vampirella art card sets, and I have almost all of those. I'm missing a couple of chase cards.
There are
almost all of them.
There are so many people just trying to sell the cards that I want for Power of the Primes with the figs, and they don't break up the set. So it's an unfortunate, really hard task because there's some like 30 characters from the Power of the Primes line that got their own card, and that's now multiplied each character by 12. And I'm like, my God, there were so many primes. And the most I have for anyone is like, I think Slug with 4 cards. So it's like, oh boy, this is going to take a minute. And I'm happy to do it because it's a hobby now to see how many of these cards I can complete. There was a huge push to do it originally. When they first came out, no one, I believe, ever did it. Like, it's just impossible. But now that no one fucking cares, I can get my hands on these cards real easily. So that was really cool to find out that I could pick up a bunch of the cards for cheap and I can start rolling on that collection. Now, surprisingly, one of the things I was not expecting to happen was I went to Walmart today and I found Thundertron, Night Strike, and Calcitron 3-pack.
Nice.
Oh, good.
How much was it?
I don't know. It's a fucking pirate set. I stole it.
Oh, okay. Yar.
No, it's like $40, 40, 50.
Okay, because I know that was on sale a couple weeks ago for like 25.
Yeah, it was just there on the shelf, and I kept looking at it. It's been there for a few days, and I kept pausing and looking at it, going, "Oh, that's just Thundertron. I already have Thundertron." But I noticed the box was much bulkier, and I'm like, "Why is it like tripping my senses that this isn't the same?" And then when I took a second look at it, I was like, "Oh, that's why. It's because Night Strike and Calcitron are also on the box."
That fucking set's great too. I have that set.
It is really good. I like the colors on Calcitron. That's a very interesting.
The fact that they took Ratbat and turned it into a pirate flag.
Yes,
yeah, I like that too.
That is absolutely my all-time favorite jam out of the set. Is like there is now an official pirate flag of Vexillium Transformer.
Yeah,
and he can tab onto Thundertron.
Yeah, but I can't get over the fact that there's a Vexillium Transformer now. I was like, they have no fucking idea what they've just done, and it has just made it all the better for it.
Yeah. Well, Thomas, how about you, buddy? Any reinforcements this week?
No, I don't have anything new. I'm still waiting on a very, very, very expensive thing that I bought at the end of last month.
Man,
and that is MPG Super Jinrai.
Okay.
I'm waiting for it to come. I already have Power Baser. I don't know. I just really, really wanted it because I like Power Master Optimus Prime.
Hey, not a thing wrong with that. Kyle, buddy, how about you?
Nothing.
That's fine. Tef, did you get anything this week?
This week, no. I passed all my reviews that I had like stocked piles from last week's, but because of the Chinese New Year, there's all the stores are dead, so there's nothing to order.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
They say that the holiday lasts until February 5th, but they extend to like it's until the 14th. I think all the stores are closed. Like, geez,
you take a month off, man, and then all of a sudden it's hard to get started back up. You know, caught in an elevator.
Next week there's going to be like 30 stuff to order. It's going to ruin me.
Caught in an elevator during Chinese New Year? Too fucking bad. You're dead. Remember a few years ago, dude? That happened. Remember that, Xavier?
Yeah.
Some woman
You
got
had
stuck in
something
a...
you ordered.
Yeah. Some woman got stuck in an elevator during Chinese New Year, and nobody was there.
That sucks.
That does.
Yeah. No, and
It sounds very China.
And I remember-
It really does.
well, I remember there was a huge thing where it's just like, oh my God, I got to find the video. This happens so frequently. There's more than one instance on YouTube of people putting up their shit going, yeah, I was in a bad situation because of Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
And it leads to just the most glamorous shots of inside communist China. And their architecture is so fucking insane. No wonder you can't be found. It's absolutely fucking mind-boggling how like Minecraft creative mode they get with their construction and thinking this is like efficient. They had one dude, and this has nothing to do with Chinese New Year, but they had one video of this guy, now that Scott has set me off, of this guy going, look at the train I have to take to get to work.
Oh yeah,
It
I saw that
literally-
video.
It passed through an apartment building. They didn't bother to loop the track around the apartment building. They went right through that motherfucker.
At the
Have you
center
seen
of
some
every
of-
building is a Minotaur.
Have you seen some of these giant? Have you seen some of these giant Potemkin cities that they built, where they're made out of like adulterated concrete that has cardboard in it, and like the actual buildings themselves don't actually have rooms in them at all.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen it. And it's like
It's fake.
why is like there's a light bulb hanging from the ceiling and fucking water puddling on the ground? It's like, why? Like, that's a regular light bulb. Why is all the light green? It's, it's rough, man. It's
But it's
rough.
it's like a 20-story building, and then you try to go into it and you find out that all of those things above that look like rooms, they don't actually have doors that go into those rooms. They're not real.
They're only fronts, and then the best one was the 30-story apartment complex that said this. It was like 30-story apartment complex with pool. But they didn't mean a real pool. They meant a painting of a pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and I mean what I see when I said like they adulterate concrete with cardboard. There's actually been instances where they've made like they've actually made the sides of buildings and also like brick paths out of this stuff, and you can physically grab it with your hand and pull and rip the concrete right off.
The only thing I can think is, and I don't mean to sound coarse or crass about this, I'm talking government-wise, because here's the thing: I don't know a single person that wants to kill another person. I don't know anybody that wants to kill another living being, but for some reason you get politics involved, and then you can convince people, well, I want to kill at least 30,000 people, right? I don't understand it, right? But I think you get over to China and you have a population of, what is it, 1.5 billion people?
Yep.
I think having that many people, God, I hesitate to say this, but I'm going to say it. I think whenever you have that many people in that space, it gives people the perception that life is very, very cheap and disposable.
I think that
has
definitely. I think that sentiment.
Paulson has
exists
a
there.
look at what I found, Scott.
Oh, hold on here. I will share my screen. Wait, no, that's add group member. Never mind. Share my screen. Screen 1, allow, and let's go over to this. My looky what I built.
Oh.
Let's see here.
Oh yeah, this is cool.
I love Holson's little creations that he makes.
I know, they're great.
God, they're so fucking
and they're scratch
good.
built.
Dude, speaking of shit that wants to kill you, check this out.
It's a pizza, Scott.
Doesn't this like this looks like to me like the orc solution to an Imperial Knight mecha. Like this is what they would build to fight one of those.
There was a video game, a PS1 video game called Medieval, where you played the ghost of a knight, and you could take off your skull, right? It was like a suit of armor with a skull. And you could take off your skull and your hand, whip them together, and then like explore smaller territories with this. Like places your suit of armor couldn't get to. This dude reminds me of like a mechanized version of that knight. Medieval.
Hold on, Scott. Before you get any further, check out the nightmare fuel I just posted.
Okay, give me a second here. Nightmare fuel that Xavier just posted Facebook. Let's see. Nothing's happening.
Wow, it's really slow.
Yeah.
It's Reddit.
Okay, let's get rid of this, dude. Let's get rid of this. We don't need that.
It opened up fine on my side.
Medieval.
Let's refresh this. Nope. Everything's stuck.
Frozen.
Everything.
Reddit is blocked on your side.
Everything's
like a sister in the washer.
Yeah. I'm not even. Holy hell. I'm not even able to get like the page to respond. Never mind. We'll talk about that next week. Assuming I can make my image bigger, and I can't. Facebook. Stop that page. There we go. Okay. Can we like? I don't even have any icons on the bottom here. Holy shit. There we go.
This is how it ends.
My larynx is a triple changer.
Yeah. Okay, hold on here, man. Okay.
Scott's.
I'm dumping the memory. I've stopped sharing my screen. Good God.
Thank God it's not me this time.
Like, let me show you some nightmare fuel. I'm gonna fuck up your computer.
It's a virus.
Yeah. So here's my reinforcements this week. I got New Age Romulus, the toy version. That's
bigger than I thought.
Oh yeah, this is like eye to eye with Earthrise Prime. And
that
it's so nice. It is so nice. The transformation, I've transformed it back and forth once. It's complicated but intuitive.
It's fun.
It
I
is
like
fun. It is fun. There's a little bit of die cast in it, and I think my two beefs with it. If you were going to give me a toy version, you should have given me all the toy parts. I should have had the stock and the silencer with this.
Yeah.
Quite honestly.
Yeah.
And then if you were going to give me a toy version, it would have been nice if I could take this cannon here and make it do that. Right? Put it down.
I saw an image where the guy has it like a straight on the side like this, and he points that way with this cannon, so it kind of looks okay.
Yeah. I'm honestly thinking about designing a 3D piece. Because I could just do a U shape here where that brings it out and over and plug it in like that. I see that. Yeah, I could make that work. But,
2 more questions.
What's that?
2 more questions.
Yeah, sure, dude.
Does he have the squiggles on his chest?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Okay, that's half of it. Does he have a black helmet option?
He doesn't have a black helmet option, but the original toy didn't have a black helmet either.
Okay.
It was this gunmetal gray, same as what you have right here.
I think you're thinking of the comic version of
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, but if you want the comic version, if you would want a comic version, I'll tell you what. The first thing you'd have to do is take those eyes and turn them more like goggles. Because if you look at that first issue of Marvel Comics, Megatron's
they
like
were
wearing
not very
goggles.
It is weird. Like initially in the first bit of the comic, it didn't seem like they were entirely sure what they wanted him to look like.
They weren't sure what they wanted anything to look like. Everything looked like the toy. Quite honestly, I
that-
loved it, and I was disappointed by
Let me
issue
tell
2.
you exactly how true that is, because this Dynamite reissue, or this Dynamite issue of the cards for the character files, has original Ironhide as his battle buggy, not new Ironhide as a robot. Like, we're talking battle platform Ironhide is featured as the character on the card.
Damn, that's awesome. Going over to the chat one last time, Holson85, in relation to the dead raccoon, says, I remember that raccoon. Crossbones Koopa says, need a raccoon transformer. Call it roadkill. Belushi says, I'll take that cookie. And the song's about wanking. Bit of trivia. Technical Jim says, I could really use a re-release of the Centurion drone accessory pack. It's the only weaponizer I could never get. Centurion drone is great. I love that whole shebang. And I was able to get it for $25 before somebody realized the mistake and upped it to $35.
Yeah, which is what I got it for. Thanks, Scott.
Dwayne Marsh says, I'm printing Road Roller. So am I, oddly enough. Holson85 says, for a lookie, can I share something I've built? Absolutely. And we've seen that. Crossbones Koopa says, like a reissue of Skylinks, not the Combiner Wars one. Dwayne Marsh says, I hate that rubber roof on Wolf Wire. Yeah, me too. Crossbones.
Oh my God. Hold on. Speaking of Michael Bay, did anyone realize he got arrested 5 days ago for trespassing in Vatican City?
I can believe that. He shouldn't be allowed there.
I just found the news article about it.
Not enough.
Michael Bay got arrested. He turned himself in, but apparently he was trespassing in Vatican City.
Yeah. Damn.
Was doing some research for his next movie, or?
Yeah, Transformers 69. I'm gonna fuck the Pope.
Pope Formers 5. Crossbones Koopa says, I want Boat Tidal Wave, who became Mirage from Energon. And he wants that scrounge, the Jizai Toy scrounge. Dwayne Marsh says, House 3D printers, stylized food printers. So many things can be printed these days. Always check your pockets before drying your clothes. Crossbones Koopa said, Scott sent you a funny. Saw it. Very nice. Thank you. Belushi says, Punisher Orc looks awesome. Nice work, Holson. Holson throws back a thank you. Dwayne Marsh says, Holson's creation looks like it's off of Robot Carnival. I think it was. Holson says, love Robot Carnival. Dwayne Marsh, in response to that happened earlier, time to pull it. Belushi says, fare thee well. Join us Saturday. Until next time, see you on the ice. I'm going to try to be there Saturday, but I actually have to work. I actually have to work a couple of hours on Saturday. I may be late, but I'm going to try to join you. Dwayne Marsh says, both versions? There are 2 Road Roller? No. There is, I found Road Roller. I found a Road Roller on Cults 3D that I bought. I think it was Campo Tigre who made it. So, but anyway, gentlemen, what are your plans this week?
Well, considering Valentine's Day is in 2 days, get ready for Arbor Day.
Yeah. I have
The
to.
hell is Arbor Day?
It's trees.
Planting a tree day.
No.
Okay.
On Saturday, I have to go over to a gentleman's house and help him with some stock trades. He's got some paper stocks, actual fucking paper stocks that his dad had. And it's a thing where it's like he has no idea how to turn them in. So we're gonna go through the paperwork and get it figured out. So yeah, I think what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to, like me, I'm a stock trader, but I'm not a financial advisor. So what we're gonna have to do is get a financial advisor in to trade these stocks, because a financial advisor will have a kind of like an in with the company, whereas I can only trade stocks on like trading platforms like Interactive Brokers, Fidelity, Empower, Robinhood, even though I don't do a lot of Robinhood. But Kyle, you said
Oh yeah, Arbor Day is on the 25th.
Yeah. By the way,
Doesn't seem like I'm gonna make it.
little stock tip for everyone. Kingsoft Cloud, for entertainment purposes only, by the way, I have to say that. Kingsoft Cloud, go buy yourself a couple shares of Kingsoft Cloud. KC is the stock ticker symbols, and yeah, doing really well so far. I've made a grand off of KC, but yeah, get yourself
All right,
thumb.
good for you.
Get yourself thumb, gentlemen. I am going to I don't know, take a sleeping pill and lie down. I guess something.
All
like
right.
that.
Hey, you know
Scratch
what?
my
In the
balls.
honor of Tef being here as a Canadian, Scott, I want to know is the Facebook still frozen for you?
I'm afraid to check. Quite honestly, the face.
Mine's good.
Let's see here.
Then Tef, this is for you as we go out, buddy. In the GMC chat, a little bit of Canadian goodness for you.
Ooh. Oh.
The chat's not loading. Facebook loads, but now the chat doesn't load.
God damn you, Xavier. Want to thank, my God.
Oh, Canada.
Dwayne.
Okay, now it's loading. All right,
Okay.
I got it now.
Okay.
That's Violet.
I want to thank Dwayne Marsh, Belucius, Holson85, Crossbones Koopa, Dewanis Perez, Technical Jim, Mark De Repetini, Crossbones Koopa, I think I said before, and who was it? It was Cybertron Cybertron Retro Radio. Thank you so much for being in the chat. Everybody who watches later down the road or is just watching the live stream being quiet, thank you so much. Do yourself a favor. Go check our good buddy. I'm pointing to him right now. Go check our good buddy Tef. Especially if you're a French speaker. Yeah, it's boom, boom. It's
Or
like
English. I can do both.
two videos, English and French. It's awesome. It's awesome. I'm learning so much French. I know my last name means death. That's about it. That's all I know. Check out Strawberry Shockwave, where she talks about which Transformers she would bang and which ones she wouldn't. Ugly Wretch's channel, absolutely fantastic. I'm probably going to be late on Saturday, but I am going to try to make that. So if you need yourself a little bit more blunghole, and who couldn't use 2 blungholes, you can see me this Saturday around probably the 2 or 3 o'clock mark Eastern Standard Time on Ugly Wretch's channel. Belucius, Phoenix, Ninja Bill. Ninja Bill has a great channel too, but they're all great guys. And check out Ultra Megatronus as well. I'm still getting over the flu. But thank you, gentlemen, for being here. Say good night.
Good night.
Je suis ne suis pas.
Oh, Eiffel Tower. Huh? I hope this works.
Suckers.
Yeah, I hope this works. The outro. There it goes.